Okay, listen. Based on the chart, complex compounds are three types. What are those three types? On the coordination sphere having positive charge, those are called cationic complex compounds. On the coordination sphere, they have negative charge, those are called anionic complex compounds. On the coordination sphere, there is no charge, then those are called neutral complex compounds. Already I said how to write the IUPAC nomenclature of complex compounds. How to write, for example, cationic complex compounds are present, then coordination sphere. First we need to write the IUPAC name of coordination sphere. In the coordination sphere contains ligands and a central metal atom. So ligands, different ligands are present. We need to follow the according to alphabetical order. So same kind of ligands are present, more than one. Then we have to write before di, tri, tetra, penta, like. Okay, and ambidentate, polydentate ligands are present. The same kind of polydentate ligands are present. This tetrach is like that. We need to write before. Okay, students. Now ligands names. So anionic ligands and cationic ligands means negative ions, negative ligands are present as well as neutral ligands also be present. Negative ligands always ends with letter O, cyano, chloro, bromo, like. Okay, neutral ligands as well as neutral ligands name is same, NH3, amine, water, aqua. Okay, like that we need to write. Positive ligands ends with IUM. IUM mostly negative and neutral ligands only present in most of the complex compounds. Now writing that metal name or central metal atom name. Central metal atom name how we are writing depends on the nature of the complex compounds. For cationic complex compounds as well as neutral complex compounds, the central metal atom name is same. Will not changes. Cobalt means cobalt only. Nickel means nickel. Iron means iron. But anionic complex compounds, central metal atom or metal ion name, we are considering Latin words and commonly we are adding ATE. Iron, ferrate, okay, gold, aurate, nickel, nickelate, cobalt, cobaltate, platinum, platinate, like that, and with 8 will comes. And 8 will comes. Already I said that tabular form metals, cationic complex metals are neutral metals names common, same names. But anionic complex compounds, Latin words ends with ATE extra we need to add. After that, oxidation state of the central metal atom we must have to mention in small brackets. In a small brackets with Roman numbers. That oxidation state we are representing it in Roman numbers. That is very, very important. Okay, students. So let's see some common important examples for cationic complex compounds, anionic complex compounds, as well as neutral complex compounds. Let's see CONH3 6 times Cl3. This Cl3. While writing, already I said while writing the anionic sphere, this is the anionic sphere and this is cationic sphere. While writing the name of cationic sphere as well as anionic sphere, simple name only. No need to write the mention. No need to mention about the how many chlorine atoms are present. Just simply chlorine atoms are present in the anionic sphere, chlorides. Okay, and sulfate SO4 is present, then sulfate, like we need to write. Potassium atoms are present in the cationic sphere, then simply potassium. The simple name only we need to write. Okay, according to that, 6 same kind of ligands are present, ammonias. That's the hexaamine. Now, what is the oxidation state? Because these are the neutral and chlorine atoms are present in the anionic sphere, its oxidation number. It acts as a primary valency. Oxidation number is -1. That's the cobalt oxidation state. How much we got? +3. So central metal atom is +3 oxidation state is present. That's why I used in small Raman numbers are represented 3. Okay, hexaamine. It is a cationic complex compound. Cationic complex compound central metal atom name is same. Hexaamine cobalt 3 chloride. Cobalt 3 chloride. See here, two different ligands are present. Heteroleptic complex. The same kind of ligands are present. The complex compounds are called homoleptic complex compound. This is heteroleptic complex compound. And coordination number is 6. because NH3 and water are monodentate ligands only. So the number of donor atoms one only. That's why those are called monodentate ligands. And coordination number is 6. Coordination number 6 containing compounds complex structure is octahedral geometry. Octahedral geometry. Now these 3 chlorine atoms are present in the anionic sphere. Now this oxidation state, both are neutral, their oxidation number is 0, NH3 and water, then +3 state will comes. Tetraamine, see, both according to alphabets, both are starts from A only. So your wish, either you want to write ammonia, either you want to write aqua, no problem, because this NH3 name is amine, water name is aqua, both alphabets are same. So you may write either ammonia or maybe water, no problem. So tetraamine diaqua, 2 water molecules are present, diaqua, cobalt. Next oxidation number of central metal atom 3, chloride, cobalt 3, chloride. See here ammonia and chlorine. See, one chlorine atom is present in the coordination sphere, and remaining 2 chlorine atoms are present in the outside the coordination sphere. They are present in the anionic sphere. Okay. So this chlorine starts from C. This NH3 starts from A, amine. That's why according to alphabets, NH3 name we need to write. That ligand NH3 name we need to write. Pentaamine, only one chlorine is only present. Mono, chloro you write. Otherwise chloro, enough. Then central metal, cobalt. What is the oxidation state? Is negative. And here also -2. Total +3 oxidation state becomes cobalt 3 chloride. Cobalt 3 chloride. See few examples. So like that, so many examples are present in your textbook or in materials. So go through that and practice that IUPAC nomenclature. Let's see anionic complex compound. Anionic complex compounds mostly they have cationic sphere. And cationic complex compound mostly they have anionic sphere. Otherwise they have charge plus positive charge may be present. For some cases CO, NH3 6 times 3 plus like they will use. See on this. This is also cationic complex compound only. CO, NH3 6 times. Now its IUPAC name is hexaamine cobalt 3 ion. Hexaamine cobalt 3 ion, because there is no anionic sphere. Simply charge is present. Hexaamine cobalt 3 ion, enough. Okay, let's see anionic complex compounds. K4FeCN6. Now potassium belongs to first year group elements. Their oxidation state is 1. Then 4 potassium atoms are present, plus 4 iron, let it be X. Cn, negative, mono negative ligand, -1 charge, 6 are present. Plus 4 plus X minus 6 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Then iron oxidation state we are getting +2. We are getting +2. Now its IUPAC name is. So first we need to write the simple cation. Cationic sphere name. Simple cationic sphere name means no need to write 4 potassium like or tetra potassium. Simply potassium only write. Okay, potassium hexacyanoferrate. Because anionic complex compounds, the metal names generally central metal atoms. Latin words we need to consider ends with ate. Ferrate. Iron name is belongs to ferrate. Okay, students. Let's see ferrate. What is the oxidation state? 2 common numbers. Let's see K3FeCN6. Now iron oxidation state is +3. Potassium hexacyanoferrate 3. K2PdCl4. Palladium. Now its IUPAC name is palladium tetrachloropalladate 2. Tetrachloropalladate 2. Understood? Next, NiCl4 -2. See here, the charge is on coordinate sphere. Negative charge is present means anionic complex compounds only. There is no cationic sphere before. Now, for this name, what one tetrachloronickelate. What is the oxidation state? See, let it be nickel X. 4 chlorine atoms. Oxidation state is -1. Then is equal to -2. Then X is equal to +2. Because -2 plus 4 is equal to +2. Now, what is the oxidation state of nickel? 2. But they have some charges present. That's why. And we need to write ion. Tetrachloronickelate ion. This is also tetracyanonickelate 2 ion. Now let's see palladium, one amine ligand, bromine, chlorine, nitro, NO2. NO2 is ambident ligand. Here nitrogen is bonded atom. So already I said one rule for ambident ligands. The donor atom means what is the meaning for ambident ligand? The monodendent ligands which are having more than one bonded atoms are present, in which only one atom bonded with the central metal atom. So in that case, we are writing the IUPAC name, which is bonded atom, that we need to mention. NO2, there nitrogen is bonded with platinum, that's the nitro N. Platinate 2 ion, because it is a anionic complex compound. What is that? Upper -1 charge is present. Now platinum oxidation state, how much will come? So +1 will come. Okay, +1. Sorry, +2 will come, because chlorine -1, bromine -1, nitro -1. But x -3 is equal to -1, x is equal to 3 -1 is equal to 2. Okay, that's the platinum oxidation state in this complex is +2. And one more thing, ma'am, except nickel group, nickel, palladium and platinum. Nickel either in coordination number 4 with strong field ligands like CN. Its structure is square planar complex. Hybridization is DsP2. I will tell you next in the theories of the complex compound, there we will discuss very clearly. But just however you remember, nickel as the same nickel chloride ion Cl is weak field ligand. Coordination number is 4, tetrahedral complex compound. The hybridization is sp3 ma. That point you remember, because the chlorine atoms 4 are present means coordination number is 4, tetrahedral complex, because the chloride ions are weak field ligands. Okay, but cyanide ions are strong field ligands. Square planar complex compound, Ds beta hybridization. Why I am telling nickel, palladium and platinum, except nickel can able to form square planar complex compounds with strong field ligands. Nickel can able to form tetrahedral complex compounds with weak field ligands. But this palladium and platinum either strong field ligands or weak field ligands with coordination number 4 always form square planar complex compounds only. Always form square planar complex compounds only. Keep it in your mind, it is very important. Okay students, let's see. NH3 starts from A, bromine B, chlorine C, nitro N. So different alphabets are present. According to alphabets, first which alphabetical letter is coming? Amine. So one only present, amine, bromo, chloro, nitro N, platinate 2 ion. Let's see some neutral complex compounds. NiCO4. There is no charge on the coordination sphere, and CO carbonyl group is neutral ligand. Then oxidation state of central metal atom or metal ion is 0. So metal carbonyl group oxidation state is 0. Oxidation number is 0. That's why the metals oxidation number is also 0. That is point is very important, ma'am. So tetracarbonyl nickel 0. Now let's see PTNH3 twice Cl2. So chlorine and ammonia are present. The ammonia is neutral ligand and chlorines are -1 oxidation state. Then platinum oxidation number is +2 is coming. Okay students, now different ligands are present. Then ammonia, A letter will come first. That's diamine, dichloro, platinum. Because neutral and cationic complex compound, the metal name is same. Platinum, iron, gold, silver. Right. Okay. Now diamine, dichloro, platinum 2. Next CONH3, Cl NH3 acid. Let's see triamine trichlorocobalt 3. Triamine trichlorocobalt 3. FeCO 5 times. Pentacarbonyl iron. Pentacarbonyl iron. See, in iron, in anionic complex compounds, ferrate we are writing. In cationic as well as in neutral complex compounds, iron only writing. The difference is very, very important. Then this writing the IUPAC nomenclature of complex compounds becomes very easy. Okay, students, let's see the next very, very important concept for subjective examination as well as in objective examination, board as well as objective. Either JEE mains or in NEET examination, compulsory they are asking questions for complex compounds isomerism. Already organic compounds isomerism we are discussed. Structural isomerism as well as stereoisomerism. Structural isomerism and stereoisomerism in first PUC only we have discussed. In second PUC, especially in stereoisomerism, optical isomerism. Regarding optical isomerism in alkyl halides and aryl halides in the chapter we have discussed very clearly. So instead of organic compounds, the complex compounds also exhibiting isomerism. They show structural isomerism as well as stereoisomerism also. What are the important structural isomers of complex compounds and stereoisomerism? Stereoisomerism means geometrical isomerism, and optical isomerism also exhibits by complex compounds. Generally, the coordination number 4 and 6 containing complex compounds mainly exhibiting isomerism, either in stereoisomerism as well as structural isomerism also. Okay, students, let's see. You know very well what is the meaning for isomerism. Iso means what, ma? Same. Iso means same. So what here same? Same molecular formula. The complex compounds having same molecular formula, but different arrangement of ligands or structural arrangements or spatial arrangements, whatever it means. So different arrangements. Then those are called isomers. Let's see. Isomerism. Isomerism of complexes. Isomerism of complexes. See, isomerism means the complex compounds which are having same molecular formula but different arrangements. That complexes are called isomers. And that phenomenon is known as isomerism. So this isomerism is two types. Isomerism of complex compounds is two types. One is structural isomerism. The second one is stereoisomerism. Structural isomerism and stereoisomerism. See, what is the meaning for structural isomerism? The complexes which are having same molecular formula but different structural arrangements. See, some cases already while class, some students are maybe disturbing the class. Immediately, what will do that the teacher will changes their position. Means either they are sitting backside, then immediately they will comes to the front. Means different arrangements. So like in complex compound, the ligands are present. Different types of ligands are present. That different types of ligands, that arrangement is changes. Maybe some ligands are in earlier one complex compound, the ligands are present in the coordination sphere, but they are comes outside. Means they are coming to the anionic sphere. Okay, then the arrangement is different. Some cases the coordination spheres in complex compounds, the bonded atoms molecular formula is same, but bonded atom or linkage with bonded atom may be different in ambidendant ligands, especially in ambidendant ligands. Those are called ambidendant isomerism. Linkage isomerism. It is called a linkage isomer. So different structural arrangements are present. The complexes which are having same molecular formula but different structural arrangements are present. Those are called a structural isomerism. So here, what is meaning for stereoisomerism? Stereoisomerism means the complexes which are having same molecular formula but different spatial arrangements. Different spatial arrangements means around the central metal atom. Means some are in the same side, another some are in the opposite side. Are different spatial arrangements is known as stereoisomerism. Is known as a stereoisomerism. So stereoisomerism for complex compounds mainly is geometrical. Geometrical isomerism and optical isomerism. Optical isomerism. And what are the different structural isomers? See, mainly four important structural isomers are present. One is ionization isomerism. Ionization isomerism. Second one is linkage isomerism. Ionization isomerism. Linkage isomerism. Third one is hydrated isomerism. And fourth one is coordination isomerism. Coordination isomerism. So these are the four important structural isomerism are present. So compulsory they are asking anyone. First two they are asking in board examination especially. In objective examination also they are asking among the following which complexes are belongs to linkage isomerism, which complexes are belongs to ionization isomerism. Like they are asking that questions. Okay, ma'am. And among the following which exhibits geometrical isomerism, which does not exhibit geometrical isomerism, which exhibits optical isomerism, which does not exhibit optical isomerism, such kind of questions they are asking. So in that case we need to remember some general representation of complex compounds with coordination number 4 and coordination number 6. Then we can solve this kind of questions very easily. Let's see in structural isomerism. First we discuss about the ionization isomerism. See, the song is common for isomerism. What is the song? The compounds which are having same molecular formula, but the compounds in aqueous solution gives different ions known as structural isomers, and the phenomena is known as ionization isomers, and the phenomena is known as ionization isomerism. So that is common. So generally what type of compounds we are calling as ionization isomerism or ionization isomers. Ionization isomers means the compounds or the complex compounds which are having same molecular formula. Same molecular formula. Molecular formula is same but and gives either gives or forms whatever it may be. It gives different otherwise we will write forms different ions. Different ions in aqueous solutions or different ions in water called as ionization isomers, and the phenomenon is known as ionization isomerism. Let's see example. See, generally ionization isomerism. What is the reason for exhibiting ionization isomerism? The reason for exhibiting ionization isomerism means in which ligands are exchanging exchanging from coordination sphere. Ligands are exchanging from coordination sphere to anionic sphere. Anionic sphere. So due to the exchange of ligands between coordination, mainly what type of ligands will exchange? Negative ligands. Negative ligands are exchanging from coordination sphere to anionic sphere and anionic sphere to coordination sphere. So the anionic sphere containing negative ions also must act as the ligands. So then only this ionization isomerism is possible. Let's see CO NH3 5 times Br. It's very clear. The coordination sphere contains bromine atoms. Sorry, bromine 1, ammonia is 5. Ammonia is neutral ligand, it cannot exchange. For exchange, what type of ligands only we exchange? Negative ligands only. And outside the coordination sphere, sulfate ion is present in anionic sphere. Now, CO, this bromine will exchange and sulfate ion is introducing from anionic sphere to coordination sphere. So ligands are exchanging from coordination sphere to anionic sphere and anionic sphere to coordination sphere, vice versa. So both mutual exchanging. So simply we can write mutual exchanging of ligands from coordination sphere to anionic sphere and anionic sphere to coordination sphere. So just you write this formula, you know. Now another isomer formula you write CONH3 5 times SO4 Br. So like example they will give in a NEET and JEE examination. This example they will give both formulas they will give. Belongs to means whether they belongs to ionization isomers or belongs to linkage isomers or belongs to coordination isomers or belongs to hydrated isomers. What is the answer? So it's not hydrated isomers, it is not a linkage isomers, it is not a coordination isomerism. Yes, because it is ionization isomerism. The ligands are exchanging from coordination sphere to anionic sphere and anionic sphere to coordination sphere. So that observation is very, very important. So then we'll get idea. This is example for ionization isomerism. So in exam, in competitive exam, both formulas they are only giving. Our duty is whether the molecules are belongs to which isomers or which isomerism. That only we need to identify. So the molecules, the compounds are belongs to ionization isomers, both are. And I said already, these compounds in order to either belongs to ionization isomers or not. What is the reason I said? This compound just to keep it in water and gives different ions in water. See what are the different ions? CONH3 5 times Br minus 2. So Br plus 2 plus SO4 2 minus, because sulfate ion negative. Then on the coordinate sphere we are getting plus 2 charge. This complex in water CONH3 5 times SO4 minus plus, sorry, SO4 plus minus Br minus plus Br minus. See, how can we identify whether, because those are not a color compounds, but whether how can we identify a sulfate ion is formed or not? How can we identify whether bromide ion is not formed? So I have doubt this compound I gave, but sulfate ion is present in water or not, I have doubt. Then what we need to do? So we have some important chemical reagents. What are the important chemical reagents? See this solution, just we have to add BaCl2. In our chemistry lab, BaCl2 solution is there. What is the use of our BaCl2? For identification of sulfate ion. Now, immediately what happens? The sulfate ion convert into BaSO4. White PPT. White PPT will form. But instead of this, you are added silver nitrate. No PPT. Means no reaction. So sulfate ion is formed means we can identify by using the addition of BaCl to solution. Then barium sulfate white PPT will come. Now this compound you add BaCl to no PPT, no reaction. But for this you are added a silver nitrate solution. Silver nitrate solution is also present. If silver nitrate is present, then the bromide ions are present. Then immediately what happens? Silver bromide. AgBrPPT will form. Pale yellow. Pale yellow PPT. So this kind of questions also they are asking in objective exam. For subjective exam not necessary. Up to here remembering. Just statement, one example is enough for subjective examination. But in objective examination, this kind of questions also they are asking. Okay students, this is about ionization isomerism. Let's see one more example. CO, NH3, 5 times Br and Cl. Br and Cl. Now, the exchange between bromide ions and chloride ions. Then we got another formula. CO NH3 5 times. Chlorine will comes inside and the bromide ion will comes out. So those are also example for ionization isomers. Now in water, they forms CONH3 5 times Br plus Cl minus. This in water it forms CONH3 5 times Cl plus Br minus. So whether they forms Br minus, which compound is formed Br minus, which compound is forms Cl minus, how can we identify? Treated with silver nitrate. AgNO3 solution. Because halogens we are identified by using silver nitrate solution. So then what happens to my AgCl? Silver chloride PPT will forms. White PPT. It is white PPT. But what about this silver bromide AgBr? Pale yellow PPT. Pale yellow PPT will forms. So according that we are identifying whether in the outside the coordinate sphere either chloride ions are present or bromide ions are present, we can identify. So this is example for ionization isomerism. Example for ionization isomerism. Let's see next. The second one is linkage isomerism. Linkage isomerism is mainly the compounds which are having ambidentate ligands. Ambidentate ligands containing complex compound exhibiting linkage isomerism. Exhibiting a linkage isomerism. Let's see. Ni H2 5 times Cn plus, because nickel in +2 oxidation state mostly stable. That's why here I use plus then cyanide ion. having a -1 charge. Then what is the oxidation state of nickel? +2 will comes. And NiH2O 5 times Nc plus. See here carbon bonded atom means the nickel bonded atom is carbon. Here the nickel nitrogen is bonded atom. So ambidextrous ligands are present. That's why those are called examples for linkage isomerism. Example for linkage isomerism. One more example: CONH3 5 times NO2. Here cobalt is generally present in either +2 oxidation state or maybe +3 oxidation state. That's why here I use +2 state, means positive complex compound. See here the cobalt, the bonded atom, nitrogen is donor atom or bonded atom because NO2 is ambidextrous ligand. So sometimes nitrogen is bonded atom or oxygen is also bonded atom. CO NH3 5 times ONO. ONO is present means the bonded atom is oxygen. Linkage with central metal atom oxygen is donor atom. Means these are examples for linkage isomerism. The complexes which are having same molecular formula which contains and the ambidextrous ligands containing complex compounds in which different bonded atoms are linked with different donor atoms are linked with central metal atom or central metal ion called as linkage isomers, and the phenomenon is known as linkage isomerism. So here cyanide groups. In the same way, this cyanide place SCN, thiocyanide also we can write, and NCS, isothiocyanide also we can write, because that is also mononegative ligands only. Okay, so these are the examples for linkage isomerism. Next, understood, ma? Observe neatly. NiH2O 5 times SCN plus NiH2O 5 times NSCN, NCS. So